made by FN in Belgium but modified by Israelis in 1960s to the sniper rifle K98 IDF sniper in 308 is here. Let's go to the platform. 305 yards drill. Everyone has to die. El Presidente drill. First round goes to the chamber K98. All right, let's see what we got. Well, are we good?
Yeah, let's
All right.
do it.
Let me get in a position. My back is moving. That's not good, but it is what it is, guys. And that's a headshot on the first target. Oh, I was struggling with that bolt. I wonder what was happening there. That's okay. We recovered. And the smallest target right now. That into the chest. So kind of hiccup. I have to check the shells. What happened on that one? I was struggling with closing the bolt. Maybe I was just too fast. But all targets are eliminated with the nice headshot on the first target. That second bodyguard was kind of shaky, but that's okay. We'll take that, and Ula will advance to the know your limits.
Let's do it.
All right, so I have to change the dope for that. And drive. All right, we still got the one run in the magazine. We'll start with that. There is a breeze coming and going on the field, but that shouldn't bother us. Ula, we good?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's change the position because it's on the angle. All right, a little bit on the 1 o'clock. You can see it from my scope. Don't have to use the spotting scope. All right, see now that clothing was smooth. First gong eliminated. That in the center, that's a good correction. Whoa, I hope I didn't lose that brass. We collect the brass here, okay? All right, so second gong will bye-bye. Okay, I again jumped to that 1 o'clock. So that's on the operator. Gotta pay a little bit better control of that rifle, better attention to controlling that rifle. And that's a miss. And I knew that this is going to happen because of what happened on the third gong. And I didn't want to adjust for it, but it looks like I was getting moved and I paid the price. And sometimes guys, you just gotta go with it. See, I wasn't sure because I'm not seeing anything downfield, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to correct for that 1 o'clock on the third target. Because I thought that was on me, but I guess there is something happening a little bit there, and maybe that was enough. We'll see. I will have to review the footage. And this is the moment where we had to stop. There was something wrong about that shot. I felt I did my job, guys. I really had a good feeling, and I'm at that level where I'm honest with myself. So I went back home, we checked the footage, and boom, right there you can see that because of the recoil, the mount is releasing himself, and what you're seeing I'll play that footage in slow motion, but basically what's happening from the recoil, that force is overcoming the release button, that one, and that pushes the whole, this is like based on 2 springs cylinders, and this is pushing the whole scope mount backwards. And then when I'm closing the bolt, you can see that sometimes those springs are regaining the power and pulling the mount in, but of course it's not perfect at this point, and that's why the point of impact started wandering off. And I know that the rifle shoots absolutely beautifully. When I got it the first time, I was really suspicious about how this rifle was looking like, because the Mark was not using that rifle for a, ever. He just purchased it and he had it, and big thanks to him one more time for allowing me to shoot that rifle. So the rifle is on the loan from him, so this is not my rifle. But what was happening when I got it, I look into the board and you can see the Cosmo line and everything. So as always, you have to do the really good cleaning, get all that Cosmo line outside, clean the board, make sure everything is maintained. Then I look at the handguard, the handguards were a little bit loose and moving, and then of course you got the complete clearance here on that bayonet lock, and it looks shaky, but trust me, when I started putting rounds on the paper, this rifle was doing outstanding job. So it is a bummer now that this is happening, and I guess when those springs were not used, when nothing was happening, they just were frozen in time. But because we started shooting it, what's happening right now, everything starts moving and gelling, and we have an issue. Now, Mark did the fantastic job. When I talked to Mark about it, what's happening, he dig out some pictures from IDF, and he said, basically, look, they welded that mount in place. So you can see on the picture, they put like a welds, and that's it. They realized, so I'm guessing the IDF realized that they do have the same problem as I do with those mounts, and they locked those mounts, those release buttons in place. Since you had the removable caps, you could switch the scopes anyway, so I can understand the logic for that fix. I think just putting the regular screws and locking that mount in place, because you could drill it to the side. Unfortunately, those screws, there's one here and the one on the other side, they only go to the slots, they don't go all the way in, but you could probably drill them and tap the holes and make them permanent to lock that mount in place, that release button. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come up with some solution. I'm going to probably adjust the piece of wood or plastic here, which will prevent that release button from being pushed inside and release the scope mount. So because this is, like I said, this is happening from recoil, so if this will be completely locked, wedged with piece of wood or something, that should be good enough, and we'll try to make the video from the range again with this absolutely interesting and amazing piece of the history. But this is what happens, guys, when you start using those rifles. Sometimes they do require a work. It's not like when you're purchasing the brand new rifle and off to the range you go and you are shooting perfectly and everything works. But that's what is so beautiful about the vintage rifles, that you have to work. Sometimes you have to work really hard to get them up to speed, but then they pay you back and the satisfaction is enormous. So look for the episode 2 on the K98 IDF sniper rifle. Big thanks to Mark for lending that rifle to me and letting me use it. Hats off, so it helps to save the money. I don't have to purchase it, right? And big thanks as always, guys, to our Patreons. Thanks for all your support. I know we are still below $500 a month from Patreon, but that's a 400 something more than what I could get from the YouTube, since our big videos are completely demonetized. I was able to monetize the shorts, but like I was showing to one of the fans at the King of the Irons, that short made whooping 6 cents. 6 cents. I'm not joking, okay? So this is how the YouTube is treating us. But hey, it is what it is. Alright guys, enough. As I said, look for the episode 2. Thank you for watching. See you soon.